Boy howdy, I just don't even know how this is possible. We got our first piece for the 69 Camaro project in the mail, and it was like 32 bucks. I swear, I could not ship this box anywhere. Probably not even next door for 32 bucks. It's crazy. Oh! And they, such a small piece. Put it in such a huge box. But hey, it ain't my money. That is, anybody got any guesses? First piece we got, I figured good spot to start, needs some work, is the trunk lip. Right underneath where the deck filler meets the trunk lid. It's all rusted out there, so got this piece, just tucks up underneath there, and that'll be a nice start. Whew. Well, we traveled about 3 hours out of our way yesterday, and you know, I guess it was worth it. We got a really clean deck lid, original, with an original spoiler. We got a pair of original 69 fenders, and see if we can mock them up on here. Hey, welcome back guys to another episode of Streamline Builds. This is just not a lot going on right now, but the weather's turning. It's been so hot. I haven't done much of anything car related, and I've been doing a lot of work on my house. But I've acquired a few parts for the 69 project. Not exactly quite what I would consider an amazing, abundant amount and where I would like to be at the moment. But every day I'm looking and every day I'm working on it. So I can just go ahead and show you a few things I got, and the fact that it looks a little bit more like a car so far, and we'll go from there. What do you think, Maui? Do we suck at life, or are we doing okay? She thinks we're doing okay. All right, so here we are in the garage still. But if anybody can identify this part, this is the lower valance for the 69 Camaro right here. We picked that up. She's brand new. Don't let those scratches fool you. My plan for this is probably to do some kind of custom work to it. I don't want to scratch my $2,000 wheels here that are for sale. I'll take $1,800. But see, I knew that this had a bracket here, so this mounts on your vertical support bar that goes to the core support and then also holds your hood latch. But what I want to do is like cut this out, or maybe just, since these holes are for the grill, so your grill mounts in that location, so that'll all be covered by the bumper. So maybe just cut under here, and I want to do like an opening here to make this more, just get a little more airflow. You can see like your radiator or intercooler, if we end up turboing it or supercharging it and having an intercooler, probably have an intercooler like an LSA supercharger or LT4 that's all on the intake. But regardless, I just like to get a little more airflow, and you know, you don't need a front license plate. Get out of the way. What are you doing? What are you doing here? I shouldn't be touching your nasty face because you were eating a deer leg earlier this morning. Okay, so let's go outside. All right, as you can see, things have changed out here a little bit. We got some more parts slowly accumulating. I mean, hey, it looks like a 69 Camaro now, baby. I got some really nice, fine quality, you know, Mexichrome, I guess that's what you'd call it. That's what we called it as kids. Somebody applied on there. But we did get a pair of fenders. They're just mocked up on there. Let me zoom out a bit. And, you know, they're not the worst or the best, but the price was great. I mean, pretty good. $100 a piece for the fenders. They aren't too rough or terrible. You know, there's a little Bondo there that they filled in. The emblem there. And pretty much going through them, they're pretty good. This one, I think this is the worst spot right here. Somebody muffed that up, but we can easily fix that. No big deal. And you can actually see the sanding marks in their Bondo here, how rough they hit that. Pretty wild. And otherwise, this fender I think is really good. It's actually no rust at all and no patchwork in the lower section. And the other fender is pretty much the same. I think there's a little filler here. And the bad part about this fender, same thing, not rotted, not too bad. On the inside, they look pretty good. The only problem is here on the lip, they did something. She's rough. This guy couldn't handle the Texas heat. It's just falling off. It's okay, it gives it character. I might just leave that on there, you know. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, I don't know. There's a little look, a little peek. Just peep your peepers in there. There ain't no rust in there, but you can see it looks like somebody had some stuck bolts in the inner fender. They got a little crazy with the cutoff wheel. Got into it there, and then right here in the body line, there's some filler. It's been mangled a little bit, but that ain't so bad. I mean, I kind of thought it was worse than that, so I'm happy. I mean, this is obviously worse right here. Tree fell on that, or some fat guy sat on it trying to pull the engine out, you know. It happens. And before I step on it, we got a new trunk lid here. Let's check that out. So basically, we got this trunk lid. Appeared to be really good. Saw it on the guy's car, fit nice. Beautiful spoiler, no chips or broken edges on it. I'm pretty sure that it's an aftermarket trunk lid. I'm not 1000% sure because it's got the whatever that is, the trunk jacking sticker on there, and it's kind of rusty, and it appears to be that it was blue at one time, and the guy's Z28 that it came off of was blue. I don't know why he wanted to get rid of it, but I mean, around the edges and everything, there's zero rust. It's really clean, really nice, and you know, came with the spoiler, and another $100 for that was great bargain. Couldn't pass that up either. It's a good deal because our trunk lid here, she's not great. There's a little pock hole there. Somebody had some kind of spoiler on here with only 3 holes, or they just liked drilling 3 random holes for a luggage rack. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, that's not very easily repairable there. So okay, here it is. So this has the extra holes there. Maybe one of you guys can tell me, is that a 69 thing? You know, I thought I was well informed on these cars, and I've purchased aftermarket trunk lids and seen this clearance hole for your, you know, these are the access holes for your spoiler. But on the early cars, they didn't have those, and on 67, like I got the original trunk lid on my 67, it definitely doesn't have these. So maybe that's a 69 thing. And that other trunklet I picked up, it has those. And so your 69 Trans Am would have utilized those holes for the spoiler, which is odd to me. I mean, they made like none of those. How many? Like 300 or something? Or 30? I don't know. Super low number. So why would they actually make that access clearance hole in the trunk lid structure just for that? It's bizarre. So anyways, the other piece I got, that I took out of the box is to repair this channel right here. And it's basically not correct, but this car isn't going to be correct, so I really could care less. Because basically this piece, it's one structural piece that starts at this lip and runs all the way back the entire length here. It's like this whole piece that goes all the way up to the back seat. It's that whole package tray area runs all the way down. So piece I got is just a patch where we can cut the rusty part off and slip it right in there, tack weld it on. Done. So let me just take you guys on a quick little dig around what I've been working on here. So this is all brick, and bought some special paint, acrylic latex, did all the brick, went around, painted the whole upper portion on the front of the house, this cabine blue, something like that, and did all the trim. Looking good. As you can see on this side, we stopped a little short, not quite there yet, and that's only because I've replaced all the windows in the back of the house and the front of the house, and I want to replace these 7 yet as well. And I had to do, there was some rotten wood there from poor flashing off the roof, so that's been fixed. But I need to get these windows replaced, and I don't want to mess with the trim after it's been painted and then have to recaulk the trim and touch up the paint and everything. That would just be pointless. So that's that point. And then the back of the house, since it was ready, we got all that done. And this whole window section was all rotted out. I rebuilt that, put a new window there. This whole thing was all rotted underneath and under that center window, so I fixed all that, put new windows in there, put a new window up in there, and we put these, dug 16 holes in the rocky ground here. The old deck used to only come to the end of that door right there, out and around, so now it's going to extend all the way over and tie into the patio that's here. And so I got my posts in and our ledger board across. Next is just to level across, cut these all off where they're going to go, and start building our frame. I'm going to start working on that today, actually, figuring out exactly the wood materials I need and get that picked up. And there it is around this side. Pretty much same thing, just the deck's going to end right at that window. And there you have it. So anyways, I really appreciate you guys sticking with me and checking out this project. I have not lost hope for it, and I'm really excited about it. I just, really the biggest issue is I've got so many other things going on at the moment, and even worse than that, I don't have an exact location figured out of where and how I'm going to start doing the metal work on this car. It's so much easier if it was running and driving to just pull it in and out of the garage and swap it spots with the cars that I like to keep in the garage. At this point, I kind of think maybe about getting a temporary structure to park the Corvette in and bring this car in the garage, and then just pull the Camaro out, the 67, when I need to throw sparks and things like that. Otherwise, doing a temporary structure out here and working on this car outside. I don't know. I mean, originally my plan is to build a shop right there in that back corner, and I have a bunch of trees marked that I want to remove and start working on that. But it all takes time, so that's why I said when I initially got this project, I don't know how long it's going to sit out here, how long it's going to take, 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 years, or 2 decades. Hopefully not 2 decades, because probably won't be able to drive it by then. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. But anyways, it's a beautiful day. I'm going to get on to the next thing. Thank you guys for watching, and hope I'll see you next time.